Welcome to Faith in 5, a weekly video devotional designed to discuss practical spiritual concepts in 5 minutes or less. I'm your host, Mark Vandella. One of my favorite classes to teach is on effective presentations or public speaking. It's essentially the same class, similar curriculum, but it's a blast to see people break through barriers. However, I know for a fact one of the organizations I teach that class in is the one that nobody signs up for. It's on the calendar and it doesn't get filled up because people are afraid of what? Public speaking. It's supposedly the number one fear. Fear is such a powerful emotion. It prevents us from doing things that might be good for us or important, and it actually causes us to do other things, to act very odd and control people or cause pain in people's lives so that we don't feel pain. Right? There used to be a show called Fear Factor where people would expose you to things like snakes and spiders or buried alive and these common fears. But today we're going to talk more about the fears that are kind of hidden, the fears that maybe we're not even aware that we have, that cause us to do or not do things that would be really important. If it's true that public speaking is the number one fear of people, the question is why? I don't exactly know, but I would think that it's the fear of failure. It's the fear of vulnerability. It's the fear of maybe being laughed at. See, I get being afraid of spiders and snakes to a point, right? Things that could harm us. But those are fleeting. Those are in the moment. And if we can avoid the spider or avoid the snake, or most of us aren't going to be buried alive. But it's the things that on a daily basis, when we wake up in the morning, they're hidden underneath our psyche. They're hidden deep inside of our spirit that say, I'm not good enough. I might be exposed as a fraud. I might fail. I might not measure up. You know what? I don't think I'm measuring up. What if I lose? What if I try and I don't make it? Well, then maybe it's easier to not try. Or what if we're not loved? What if we get abandoned? What if we experience loneliness? What if all of our insecurities were shared with the world? That's scary. And like with spiders and snakes, it causes us to maybe scream and run and avoid those things. But these things that are like in our core, they're knit inside of us, also cause us to avoid things or do things that are just uncharacteristic. And we do all sorts of backflips and weird things to others or to protect ourselves. My question today is, what are we so afraid of? It's for me too. When I look in the mirror, what am I so afraid of? That causes me to fear others, that causes me to fear myself, these insecurities. I remind myself often, you've probably heard me say it, one of my favorite memory verses is 2 Timothy 1:7. It says, God has not created us with a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. But today, the verse I want you to really reflect on is some of the way that we can overcome fear. The truth in our lives that God cares so much for us, that no matter what happens to us, no matter if we get stripped naked and are afraid in front of anybody or everybody, God says in Isaiah 43, right at the beginning, it says, do not fear. I have redeemed you. I have called you by name, you by name, me by name. You are mine. That nothing, no matter what happens to you, no matter how much pain, no matter how much suffering, no matter how much exposure comes to your fears, you are in good hands. And so as you engage your faith this week, take time to reflect on the things behind the surface that you are actually afraid of. Not measuring up, not making it, not achieving success, not achieving your financial dreams, not being a good mom or dad or husband or wife. Those are real fears. They're legitimate. But when you step into Isaiah 43, do not fear. I have redeemed you. I've called you by name and you are mine. You are valuable. You're important. You're good enough. Reflect on that this week as you reflect on your faith journey.